Hey everybody, Chuck here, Ross Recording Studios. 24 hours since the last attempt to get my computer up and running with the new i9 processor. And I got the power supply because it was not working. Wow, look at that. That's the reason why I didn't tip it back. And so what's happened here is one of my memory cards, I upgraded the memory to 4 sticks and one of them went bad. So in the process of re-putting the card in and trying to do the CMOS reset, I realized that maybe there's something with the memory cards being the 3 that maybe I should just get all 4 again to make sure. So that's what I did. But in the process of doing that, I've learned that you don't just take the cards and stick them in willy-nilly like I did. I just took them, plopped them in. They actually have serial numbers on these to put them in order 1, 2, 3, and 4. At least group them together. So I've learned that, so that's kind of cool. Let's do an official unboxing. So I search for my other set of glasses, so I'll be able to read those numbers. As I rip it apart and pop these things all over the place. So that's very cool packaging. And so I can't see. Well, if there's any numbers on them, it's going to be harder than hell to see. $3,200. Huh? They don't have. They do have that same number on there. That's ridiculous. All that research, they do not have the serial numbers. But we are going to stick them, since they came together as 2, into the correct slots. Clicked into place nice. Okay, they never go in the right time first, ever. Not with me. Nope. Gotta do it 2 times or something, and it still ain't going in right. Always a fucking bitch. Always a bitch with me. Every fucking thing is. The fact that I can't see doesn't fucking help either. And of course, my glasses are not where they're supposed to be because I had to move every single thing. I'll tell you why in a second. Make sure that that's correct. Okay, that looks good. Really strange that those numbers are not as they appear. Go. Unlock the shaft. Very exciting, very exciting. I've been wanting to replace my memory that went bad forever, but that got sidetracked because it was working, so. I should listen to my grandfather. If it's working, leave it alone. So we got the memory in. We did the CMOS. We do have to add the new battery in because taking the battery out so many times I decided to buy a new one. CMOS battery in. That should reset the CMOS, which I've learned an awful lot from this process. I've learned so much that I really wish I learned nothing. This is all to play a game, and with the PlayStation there's none of this crap. Even though it's fun, it's still crap. So after the last startup failed, I go, you know, the HDMI cable worked before, and I'm using two TV sets. I'm using two monitors rather. Well, yeah, two television sets as monitors, 32 and a 65. So I'd unplug 32 and I'd plug the 65 and then go back and forth depending on which set I'm using. That I play games on. 32 I'd do my editing on. And it worked. So why would you think that every time after installing this card I plugged it in that it would not be working? And all of a sudden I was like, you know, I better double check it. And I pulled it out and I plugged it into my other monitor and it worked for a second. I go, okay, there it is. It's working. And when I tipped the monitor back to put it in place, it quit working. Oh, wait a minute. Now what just happened? I couldn't get it to come back on, so it's okay. Something is fishy here. I never used the monitor out on a all-in-one before, so I was like, well, maybe there's something, a setting or anything. So I plugged my DVD player in, which I got to yank it out. I got to bring it over, put it in place, and there was no signal. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I had a replacement cable laying around. Well, I got three of them. And I plugged it in, it works. Like, oh my God. So I ended up fixing that other HDMI cable. The power supply was probably unnecessary. HDMI cable was probably the problem. At least I'm hoping so. So, without further ado, the only thing I can do is now try it, and hopefully the CMOS comes up on the screen. And I do have, excuse me, 2 HDMI ports, and I thought I used my second one to the big screen for testing, and if I did, I didn't leave it on long enough because I believe that that one still functions. I haven't tested it, but I will. And it is a crappy HDMI cable, so I do have some new HDMI cables coming in. And they got good cables today for low cost. I have a Cinnamon AudioQuest cable. And no, I did not buy the Cinnamon AudioQuest cable for this. I do not have $200 to spend on cables anymore. So, that did not happen. So, without further ado, let's see what happens here. And I am visually looking at the HDMI cable working with the other thing. So plug that in. Let's plug that in. And we're going to hook everything up just as normal, even there. So we got the mouse, we got the, oh, we got to put the monitor in. So the monitor is working, so I'll unplug that, plug it in. All right, let's go, let's tip it up so I get it perfect. I don't want to screw it up. God, these cables, no wonder that thing stopped working, is because these cables are so friggin' hard to plug into the computer, it's not even funny. What did I do, turn it off? Oh. Alright, so let me tip it up, let me make sure it's perfect, because like I said, these things are just a fucking pain in the ass to plug in. A real pain in the ass. I got no idea why they're so fucking hard to plug in on this thing. Oh, I guess I gotta get my other set of glasses. That's probably the problem. I gotta get a second set of glasses to plug a stupid HDMI in, because they just don't go easy. It's really fucking drives me nuts. I plugged in 10,000 million of these cables. At least 10,000 million of them. Okay? If it's facing the right way, everything's lined up, it goes right in beautifully. God, oh fucking mighty. Help me, please. Help me. Lord God, help me. The lights came on the inside. Power on. And pray to God I get a picture. If not, it wasn't the HDMI cable. It wasn't the power supply. So maybe I'm just blowing smoke again, and it's not going to fire up, but it takes a while for the CMOS. It shouldn't take this long, but we'll give it some time. Alexa, what are my notifications?
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. Desktop memory has arrived.
Yay. It's arrived, it's out of the package, and it's installed. I do have purple lights on the front of the computer. The only thing that happened yesterday that changed is they went from green to, I guess, that purple color. The only other alternative to replacing the motherboard is getting the CMOS flashed. Cause yeah, it ain't doing crap. There's something, I don't know. It worked before I took out that i7, so maybe I should take that out, look at the motherboard. Maybe I fucked up putting the i7 in. I mean, it's not rocket science. There's only one way they go. Put the i5 in and see if it reboots with that. So we'll be back. A couple other things to troubleshoot here.